Hi, and welcome back to my next stream. I'm Chaos to the power of 10. Chaos is fine. And we will continue with Clocker. Or rather, the art of Clocker. But the game itself is called Clocker, I guess. Hi, Kara. Hi. How's you? Oh, that's loud. Sorry. Quieter. Hi, Hogness. Hi. I was distracted. He's fine. Thank you for a second. Here's your nuggy. Enjoy it. Wait, it didn't remember where we stopped last time? Wait. Credits, option, open the book. Okay. That's also annoying. Okay. We played this game through last time. And we learned that wait, close the book. We learned that there are things to collect, like these two. We now know how to get that. Then this is a picture of the parts that we need. And this is the part that we need over there. Hi Luna, hi. And we still try to figure out how to get that paper. Whoop. Ah, 2 credits, okay. $18 blankets, I think Hogness and I are squished by the blankets we have robbed ourselves with. At what point does it become a ridiculous amount of weighted blankets? Unsure, depends how weighted they are, I guess. If they have less weight per blanket, it's fine. But at some point they are just blankets then. Thank you, Hogness. Wait, so we learned we are in a time loop and we need that part to get out of the time loop. Here we got the one Wait, do you see my mouse? No. Okay. Here we got one penny. Where is this? Oh, it can remember where we are. Huh? That's weird. I think we need to restart this chapter though. Yeah, let's restart this chapter. It's loading. So, up there, see? Chaos, my brain is dead. I had national testing yesterday and today and it was a lot. What is national testing? So do you see that cat up there? You see, if you, like, move out of an area, they first show you the drawings of how it's supposed to look like. And if there's something red, this red is interesting. And the cat up there is a drawing, has a drawing. And that is the drawing that we need of the part that we need to repair, right? So there must be a way to get to that cat, to then get that cat to like run off or let the paper drop, basically. And for our daughter to then get that paper. And then she can use the coins to pay the guy, the other creator, basically, to Tinkerer, to then build that part that we need. I am not yet sure how we would then get that part if our daughter has it and we cannot met our daughter. But today I looked into some of the videos of other people playing this game and I have not yet seen any other ending of the one that we found last time. You know, the time loop one. I also have not seen anyone getting all of the this paper. So I do not know how to get it. And I have not seen anyone ever gotten it. So I wonder, does anyone know? Is this still a left open, like, mystery? And people just say, yeah, well, it's a story about repeats. It's a time loop. Why would we, like, bother? Chaos will be first, I guess? If we figure it out, we might be the first people. And everyone after us will refer to us if they ever want to look up a walkthrough for this. It's to see if I'm ready to move to the next level of Swedish classes. I had gotten a packet last week with short stories, poems and news articles. Then yesterday was answering questions about the text and today was writing our own text. Oh. I hope it went well. How do we get to that cat? I wonder, do I have to maybe climb through that hole up there? Or is it part of the mystery of the red? You see, we can use these players here to shoot the ball into the lower level or the one up, But I have not yet found a way to get it way up to the 3rd level, basically. In the 3rd level, you will find this red over here. And this red... I have the feeling maybe we are supposed to kick the ball into here. You know? With this window. The child will find it, will kick it, and in the areas downstairs, it always goes against the wall, against the ceiling, against the ground, and out of the other window. So I wonder if we can get the ball up here, if we can get the red to fall down, therefore be free, and then the cat would chase it. You know? But I have not yet seen that. And I have not yet figured out the constellation that we need at the football place to get the ball to fly up here. That way. Fine. Thank you, Hawkness. I need you down here. My teacher said to write at least 300 words, and I wrote about 640. Carol is an overachiever. So much work. I also have the feeling that maybe to get to the uppest point, could it be that we need to use all of them? I have the feeling that could be a point, right? I had 4 hours to write, 8 AM to 12. I wrote from 8 AM to 11:30. You could have done even more. See? Now he is running, kicking it. And it would fly out of the other window. And the same happens also one stair up. So I guess the same would also happen 2 stairs up. And that would free the red. We need to free the red, guys. Just don't know how. Begone, child. So we will have to do a lot of stuff on here just to figure out what to do. So be prepared for a lot of like retries. Okay, let's say he is kicking. Okay. I cannot move the ball any further. What ending are we after? The problem is, I don't even know if there's another ending. We are hoping for a good ending, where we get all the parts that we need, and then therefore can end the time loop. But I have not seen anyone writing about multiple endings. It's also not a tag in the Steam, right? There's not a tag for multiple endings. So this way we could get it up here. How do we get it up even one more? Google says there too. I found a walkthrough on Steam if you want it. That would be lovely. Just send me a picture of the part. I guess it has to do with the football players, right? They may need to like play in a specific order, I guess. Not this one. Oh, maybe. What are you doing? Oh, okay, they both are going back to catch the ball. In your face. You are a useless child. Yep. Silence. We have done this. We are good with that. Oh, it is that easy. Okay. Wait, why is there then a football thingy? Oh, that's also part of it? That's interesting, okay. How comes? Okay, wait. Football. We concentrate on the football. I cannot read chat at the moment since I have the thingy open. Okay, wait. Let's go back in time. Everything back to how it was first. Backwards, that looks so weird. Wait, who of you holds the ball at the moment? Oh, you. Okay, cool. Okay. On the field, the goalkeeper on the right side has a ball. No, he don't. No, he don't. What do you mean? And the team with the red stripe should be on the left side. Yes, the scene should look like this now. Wait, did you talk about the football game at some point before? No. No, you did not. So this is a lie. So the picture show so the walkthrough do not tell you how you get there, but it shows you how it looks at the end. So in the end, this one is jumping up, so the football must have come towards him at some point. He is basically still where he is, but a little bit more running. This one still looks the same. And this one stands basically backwards like this. As if the goalkeeper would throw the ball. And this guy is just standing here. Like this. So how do we get there? Guess it could fit. Okay. Kinda like this. And then he backwards like this. And suddenly the ball is up there. So... Oh! There we go! Okay. Understood. Thank you. Why would he kick it like... not my problem. Okay. Let's see what is happening. I will come back into chat. Well, hi. No. Wait, now you lost the ball. Nope, you come back. Nope. But if somebody wrote a walkthrough, that means that somebody already had the answer, right? So we are not the first, after all. Oh, the teacher was... Oops. Well, that's not what we want. Huh. What do we do with the teacher? She needs to stand in a specific way, I guess. Sorry, teacher. How do we get... Oh! Boom! What was that sound? Oh! There we go. Poor teacher. Goodbye, Red. Bye-bye. Boy. Okay, I think the child needs to lean out more. We need to, like, kick the child. Sorry, child. Sorry, Red. That means we need the football in the second area. Again. So back down to the football place. Okay, how to get it to the second one? Oh yeah. You all normal? Not like this, I believe. Yeah, he would jump. We do not want him to jump. So like this. Nope. You. Oh come on! It's right in front of you. See, right in front of you. You can kick it. Thank you. And you now kick it. There we go. Wait, what is with this child? This child is still shocked. Okay. Child, come back. There, now we go. So, okay, so are you happy or disappointed that your interview was postponed? That is fine. That one is fine. You see, I needed a doctor's appointment on... So my plan was this: today I go to the interview, and then on next week Monday I go to the doctor. Then I got the information that the interview get postponed, and the next date would be next week Monday. That is, you know, with how long you need to wait for doctors and so on, is a little bit tight with the doctor's appointment. So I called my doctor appointment person and they said, yeah, well, your doctor is sick at the moment anyway. We do not even know if next week will happen or not. So we just said, okay, then we will postpone the doctor's appointment too. I have time for my interview we kill the child. Next week. She can be as sick as she wants. And the interview, I don't have so much stress on next week Monday. So it was like some negative or like unfortunate circumstance that then dissolves itself into this. Why do we kill the rat? Where's the kill? Or rather, why do we kill the rat and the child? That's the okay part of today. I will still be nervous next week Monday, though. Wait, I thought the... How do I control this one again? Oh, this one, okay. The child. Sorry, child. This is needed for my child. Ah. Okay. Why do I need... Well, I guess... There we go. Well, when you say it like that, it sounds like there was a bad part of the day. Yes? Today was quite annoying. Thank you, Harkness. I think this is done. I hope. The rat will land at the cat. The cat is awake and out of the way. I hope that means that the letter will fall down, or the drawing. I will give you your ball back just because you helped me. Oh yeah, up. Let him fall. Let it crash. Oi. 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 Okay. The children. Talk to this child. Fire! This time I will not help them. They can cry for all I care. Last time I helped them and they were still brats. talk to the policeman. Just bring down, sure, why not? Is that all of them? Is it all I have to do right now? I will just look it up just to make certain. I have the feeling the only thing that is missing is the boat. But just so that we do not have to redo it over and over again. Okay. I wonder if that makes so much difference. So the playthrough or the walkthrough tells us to put the cat in another position, but I wonder if that is so needed. Just in case, I guess we go back to the cat. Even though we have to redo the canopy for this, but yeah, well. Rather do it now once again than doing the whole area once again. Whoops. There we go. I have the feeling I can jump this. Maybe? There we go. I can remember that we jumped it once before. Like this. Without the need to redo the whole thingy. Oh, right, yeah. I was able to move all of this still. Huh. Good. Fine. Huh? Huh? I jumped that high before. What do you mean? There we go. Okay. The walkthrough wants the cat to be like this. Why? I don't know. It will be interesting to see what happens. Well, even not quite like this. Why is this weird? Because in the walkthrough, the cat is not reacting to the red stuff, right? To what happens to the red. So this second circle doesn't exist yet. Guess let's keep it here. I hope that works. I do not want to come back here for this. I keep all the rest like it is. They will have the accident anyway. So that will not change. Red is flying. Yep. 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 They talked. Police is jumping. Yes. 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 Oh, please. Let it work. Now to all of you. What do you mean it isn't loaded yet? It is loaded. This one is loaded. Chaos, I'm tired. Why are you tired? Also then cuddle into a blanket and go sleep. Unless you still eat dinner. What do you mean it's not loaded? It is loaded. There you go. We just ate dinner. Hogness made chicken tacos. Ooh. Don't tell Taco. I don't know, like this? Every time I play this part, it's like it's at another point. Ah, there you go. Bye bye. This game has a lot of running back and forth. Yes, and it is even more when you have to redo a whole area just to change one decision. I worked this weekend, was at a conference Monday, Tuesday I was at the union today doing admin work, tomorrow I'm at the strike, Friday I'm at my normal job, and Saturday there's a political meeting. Hogness, you're doing too much. Stop it. How is your arm? Your joint? Please tell me we are finished with this part. This week got busy. Yeah. Yeah, it does. Or it did. My wrist has been doing better. We also had a phone interview on Monday for a position higher up in the union. Already? Didn't you just start at the union? Yep. Please tell me we get it. Nay! Paper. The drawing looks like father's. How did our father's drawing got up there? There's still the weird monster. Why? I don't know. I wonder if that is an Easter egg. Well, it's a post at a higher deciding organ in the union, but not a leading position. Oh, child. You good? Is he playing in the grass? No, I think he just fell. It is a needed damage. Cool. No, he's not. Let's see what happened to the teacher. He's currently union rep for his job, chairman of the district, and now he's interviewed for a position higher than the district. Ads in 5 minutes. And a tiny bit in politics. That sounds so much. You good? I'd better not disturb her. It has to be the guy downstairs. I'll teach them a serious lesson when they come up. You do not overwork yourself, I hope. It hurts. I cannot help any of you, to be honest. Even if I wanted to. I cannot help any of you. Madam's not in the shop? I screwed up. Damn it, my dad just bought me this. My head hurts. Haha. What should I do? Okay, this could be loud. Hey. Hello. Only precious coins can enter my collection, other than can beat it. Yes, I have 2 coins. Here's the design sketch. Yeah. Here you go. Thank you. How do we get it now to our dad, though? So, and you are just here for destruction, I guess. For concentration problems. Error? Inspect? What do we expect? You talk too fast. You are still confusing to me. Okay, and in the next part there should be a thing that we need to do again, I guess. Because we cannot go front and back how many amounts we want, other than in the other areas. Let's see. Just for me. I will not tell you. Haha. I will have to look at this again. While I game it. Okay. But the first part seems to be, you know, they do not say anything about this part. You break it. Ads are running. But we already played this part, so I guess you can see it in my VODs if you want to. Oh, you already saw it. YouTube. Okay. Now I only need one more part. Apparently. Yeah, this is the important part where the walkthrough tells me to do stuff in a really, really, really certain way.
Oh.
Are you jumping in the water? He's just screaming at you. There you go. Okay, so this part is important. The part where they are like doing the planks and all that seems to be the important part. So let me see. Here's the important part. Okay. I don't know what this does, and I wouldn't really have like thought of it. We will have to see what happens. Do not touch these two. Go over here. Let her do her thing. Okay. And then turn this one back again. Like this. Apparently. I don't know what that will do. But the walkthrough is really determined about this is important. Okay. Yep. And now we go to the tunnel. And then it's our daughter's part again. I wonder what this will do. Because how is that creating a way that our daughter can give us the parts that we need? Right? Hi.
Oh. 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 Ah.
Hmm? Wait, what is happening? No. Should we have waited longer? Wait. We start from checkpoint? Maybe we would have waited longer. Nope. God damn it. Why is this? That's a bad checkpoint. Okay. I have the patience. I am patience. Let's redo this. We are patience. At least it's not the longest part of this whole game.
Oh.
Out of my way! I'm running! That's enough. Whee.
Wow.
Jump! Hey! It works! I can jump. If I just time it correctly. Run and jump! Okay, cool. Less climbing. Okay. Just in case I do not want to redo this. Instructions unclear. I have no say in whatever happens at the moment. I will not press X though. Oh, I cannot move though. Why can I not move? Is the walkthrough incomplete? The thing is incomplete, I think. So the instructions tell me, here's the important part. Make sure the builder who's carrying the plank throws the plank first. Make sure the builder on the top right, the woman, nails the plank until end. After that, rewind the builder on the top left until he carries the plank again. Don't control the builders below until the end. The scene afterwards should look like this. And we see what I left, you know? Now proceed to the tunnel. Once there, it will tell you to go back until the broken glass reappears. After that, go to the tunnel. But when then the daughter is there, I can see like broken in wood stuff where the hole is. How did the broken stuff got there? Because I cannot move now. Nothing around me can move anymore. The people over there are not working anymore because I cannot go to them. How did the broken stuff end up in that hole down there that I cannot jump over? You know? Oh, we have here a picture of like the girl leaving through the tunnel though. Where's the checkpoint? I believe it should be the child, right? Yes. Oh, that's dumb. Yeah, this all is just video. I cannot do anything after this point. Until I say, okay, then we will switch over to the father. That's annoying. I can't see why not a lot of people would go back and forth just to get the good ending, even with the instructions. Because you have to redo all this. Okay, Chaos, I did the responsible thing and removed a thing from my plate this week. Good. Good adulting. I'm proud of you. Good job.
Wow.
Okay. So here must be something still going on. That we need... for our child to get over to the other side. Even though it is not written down. Okay, because this is what is left in the plate, like walkthrough, but it's apparently not everything. Now it would tell me to go to the tunnel over there and then go back and then get chased. But it cannot be just this, right? What happens if you are doing it the other way around? You're not doing a lot. What happens if I go even further back? Then redo it from now. He doesn't care. What am I supposed to do here? It cannot be that I turn this one back on. Then I cannot walk through to the other end of this. We also need you to be the way you are. Make sure the builder who is carrying the planks throws the plank first. Did it. Make sure the builder on the top right nailed the planks until end. Did it. After that, rewind the builder on the top left until he carries the plank again. Don't control the builders below until the end. The scene afterwards should look like this. Yes. Proceed to the tunnel. Huh? But that doesn't that doesn't change anything. Did I rewind you not far enough back? There you go. And you are supposed to not be moved, I guess. Even though I don't see a difference. And you are finished with your nailing, right? Yes. So where's the problem? We need to have this stuff falling into this stuff. This hole. So that our daughter can go over it to here. Just don't understand how this works. Because for the time to run here, right? Our daughter needs to be here on this side. So I don't understand. Are we sure we want that plank to be nailed down? But that's what the thingy says. I cannot see how that helps us getting all this stuff back.
Wow.
It also tells us that it is needed, why ever, that we first let him jump in the water. But that could be just because funsies. Like this. Cannot imagine that this is so important.
Wow.
Are you winning a mild inconvenience? Small version of chaos. The small inconvenience in this game does win slowly. I don't know, I don't understand the walkthrough. Let him stay here, I guess. As long as he has the planks, I guess. Please tell me that was all, because I don't know what else. I don't know, maybe you need to stand now. But the walkthrough tells us to not do this. Hydrate is sold out? Is it? I mean, it has a cooldown, I guess. Please tell me that is all that I need. Because otherwise I am confused. Ow. It's not. Can I still control them? Oh, I could still control them. But it doesn't tell me to control it while I'm running. I hope that was it now. Listen. What?
Oh.
Thank you, Carol.
Oh.
Either your Twitch or I have a different coolout for people who can do it. And people, and overall. There, he's moving now. Why is it falling down now? Why not last time? I'm confused. Huh? Oh. Hello, I need an ambulance. Are you okay? What happened? I did everything the same way. And she's in the tunnel. Please wait for me. Uh-oh. Oh, our father is like a shadow person over here. I'll be good. I'll never make you upset again. I don't need the necklace. Please, I need you. Don't leave me alone. I don't want to... Whee! Off. Ow. It looks like it stopped. Yeah, but our child... Oh, it's going back. Oh, Alice? Don't worry, I'm coming to you. Dad? Dad? Yay! Good ending. Why do we drag our child through this area? Hey! Clocker, time's never meaningless, time never fades away. Treasure it before it's gone. Why am I blinking? Oh! Oh, my daughter's all grown up. Thank you for playing. Why are you knocking? And the game closed on itself. You know what? As much as I like the ending, the positive one, I doubt a lot of people will have the mindset they knocked first to go through the game so often just to do this, to see this, you know? And yes, I see the stretch. Let me stretch. Down. And up. Into the side. And the neck. It was a different ending, but that was a lot to have to do. We get just a different cutscene. Yeah. You know, I like, if you could basically decide. I know it's not easy to do, I guess, how to do it. But I do not want to replay a whole area just to change one decision. You know? If I could, like, rewind the time so far back that I'm back at that decision, and then fast forward with all the other decisions not changing, that would be nice. And I can see that maybe people do not really enjoy the nice, like, message basically of the story at the end, if they are already so annoyed about replaying and rerunning the game over and over again. But the game overall was a fun mechanic. You know, the idea, the mechanic of it was fun. Thank you for gifting. Where am I? There it is. My PC is loading. Now to get every ending. All of them. No excuses. What do you mean, all of the endings? I have the feeling these are the two endings that there are. Be careful, wide. There we go. Boo. Fine. This is a game I got free to play on, what do you call it again? It's free to. It was free to play because of a giveaway, basically. Not that the game is free to play, just at a specific time. HIO? No. How do you call it again? There's Steam, there's EA, Epic Games, yeah. One of the games that they gave away for free at the time. Return to Ash. I have no idea what it is about, but I liked this. This is cute. Looks depressing though. So let's see. And the title Return to Ash doesn't sound well together with options. I heard that drop in the sound. Full screen. Now I have to change this again. Great. There you go. Text speed. We want the text to be quiet. It's doubt. The chaos. What? Where? The hospital was empty. Quiet and brighter than usual. Like waking up on a snowy day, I guess. But I didn't feel cold. I didn't feel much of anything. Weird. Normally opening my eyes to a room this bright would give me a migraine. Instead, I felt no pain at all. No aching muscles, no bad sores, not even a hint of dizziness or nausea. For the first time in 7 years, I felt completely normal. Either I'm cured or this is a dream. Or I'm dead. Oh, you are Ash. Return to Ash, okay? Hello? I called out, but no one came. Undertale? Nurse? I searched for the call button on the side of my bed, but it wasn't there. I thought the main page image looked kinda like your model, just with a bob. I mean, I'm also sick, so maybe not that sick, but still sick. Yep, definitely a dream then. My IV bag dripped in response. Oh, these are some next level painkillers. Ha ha ha. What am I supposed to do now? Die, I guess. Leave the room. Fine, I will just go and find someone. Just slap some ears on her. Put on some slippers and walked out into the hall. Much to my dismay, there didn't seem to be anyone here either. Something was differently wrong. Even in the dead of night, you would see a nurse or two scurrying these halls. Or at the very least a janitor. But it's broad daylight and there are absolutely no one. My footsteps echo quietly in the eerie silence. I peered around the corner to see another empty stretch of hallway before me. Okay, new explanation. Explanation. Time has stopped. I slept through the fire alarm and everyone already evacuated. I was left behind in the confusion. Or it's a rapture, so it's not their fault. I was left behind. A nuclear apocalypse. Isn't there a bright flash before the bomb goes off? That must be what this is. I walked steadily down the halls, coming up with more and more ridiculous theories as to what was happening. Finally, a figure appears, saving me from my madness. Oh, hi. Stylish woman. Hello. Hi. I was too surprised to know how to react. This wasn't the sort of person I expected to find, and she showed up too suddenly. Instead of focusing on all the possible explanations for what was going on, I should have come up with something to say when I inevitably found someone. Stupid. I didn't think anyone else was here. She looked me up and down, glancing to my IV and then back to my face. He's expecting a response. Quick, think of something to say. Cool tie. I'm looking for a nurse. I'm looking for a nurse. A nurse? By her tone of voice, I can't tell I have just said something ridiculous. Shouldn't it be obvious from my appearance that I need medical attention? Not that I feel sick at the moment, just in general. Besides, we are in a hospital, aren't we? There should be a nurse around here somewhere. It's more concerning if there isn't. This is St. Fellow, right? And Angela usually works today? I guess I don't know what time it is either. They took the clock out of my room. More and more I realize that nothing here's adding up. The woman sighed as I struggled to get my bearings. Listen, this isn't a hospital. You died. Fuck. Are you okay? You're not having a heart attack, are you? I'm already dead. I am dead. Why would I get a heart attack? No, I was just really hoping you weren't going to say that. Ah, right, of course. Wait, why would my IV bag have a ghost? Why would my ghost have an IV bag? Why would it matter if I was having a heart attack now? I'm apparently dead. I mean, I assume as much. I just didn't want to face it. How could I have died so unceremoniously? Unless it's just that I don't remember the gruesome details? I guess I should be thankful for that, at least. Still to die in my sleep at the ripe age of 22. It's not how I expected my life to come to an end. The doctors never told me I had however many weeks left to live. It feels so out of nowhere. Did I really die? I'm breathing right now. Out of necessity or habit? The woman clears her throat. I am sorry, it took me some time to proceed my own death too. You are also dead? I have been here for about 3 months now, give or take. You died in a suit? Wait, how do we know she's dead? She told us. She told us nobody's around besides her. And it is bright. I guess that's the clues that we get. I wonder how she died, but it's probably rude to ask a stranger something like that. It's not like I would want to spill my life story either. So what's your story, kid? She asked without hesitation. I'm not a kid, I'm 22. Really? But you look so young. But being hospitalized stunted my growth, I guess. Why are we talking about this? I died. Who cares what I look like? Do you think a VTuber in this style would be good? I could imagine it. It has been I am dead. It has been decided. Hogness, you know the rule. You can only dead if you have a way back. Dead is not a one-way trip in this community. Wow, only 4 years younger than me. Finally, someone I can relate to a little bit better. Wait, does this mean here are people that you cannot relate to? My life is pretty far from the average 22-year-old's experience. It's hard to imagine I would be relatable to her in the slightest. What were you hospitalized for? It's not cancer, is it? She's so unbelievably rude. Wait, why is that rude? No, it's hard to explain. Was it terminal? I continue to be astounded by this woman's complete lack of tact. I have the feeling this game is Japanese, maybe. Can we talk about something else? Sorry, I'm asking because I wanted to discern what your goal might be. My goal? I'm dead. I'm dead. Surely there's no reason left to pursue any kind of goals? To my surprise, she laughs. This might be some kind of afterlife, but that doesn't mean we should give up on living. Scarlet. My name is Scarlet. I'm going to get my second shot at life even if it kills me. Moving words for someone who is already dead. What about you? Do you want to go back? Do I want to go back? I think it would be adorable. I got a cab bag coming tomorrow morning. What is a cab bag? To where? Go back to where? When? To where I left off? To before I was hospitalized? The thought of returning to my current everyday life, resuming the stasis I've been in for the past 7 years, it just doesn't sound all that appealing to me. It's not that I would rather be dead. It's more like, now that I have died, I feel like I could come to accept it. My head doesn't hurt and I have been standing here for a while now without feeling dizzy. That's huge for me. I wonder if I ever need this IV anymore. Even need this IV anymore. I answered her honestly. I don't know. That makes sense. It sounds like you just got here after all. What's your name? It's Ashley? Ash for short? All right, Ashley, walk with me. I will tell you everything I know. Cab is taxi. Why do you get a taxi tomorrow morning? She turned immediately with complete confidence that I would follow right after her. So I did. Scarlett walked at an easy pace, explaining the mechanics of this afterlife, as if it were a speech she had rehearsed and recited 20 times. And maybe she did. She had. Clearly it wasn't the first dead person she has welcomed here. It was surreal, thinking about the situation I was in, but also how I had no trouble focusing on her explanation despite that. Usually I feel so lost in a fog, but my mind is completely clear right now. Is this how my brain would function if I were healthy? Not that it matters anymore. Based on Scarlett's explanation, I should consider this place to be purgatory. We died, but we can move on from here. It's unclear exactly where we would move on to. Apparently, that's up to death. We were on our way to meet them now. Death? So we don't get hungry? Right. Or thirsty. There's nothing to eat or drink here anyway. And we can't sleep. You know, I haven't actually tried. But after 3 full months with no sleep, I haven't had any sort of adverse health effects. Safe to say, it's unnecessary. You know for sure it's been 3 months. Time is definitely passing. I've been using my watch to track the days. Because there's no sunrise or sunsets. Are you sure that... Wait. There is a difference between the word time is passing or your clock is just running. Just because your clock is running doesn't mean that that the world has time, you know? She's dead, but her watch still works. I mean, we are dead and we have an IV dripping. I am quite sure that the world could stop time. Like, sun is going up, sun is going down, moon comes up, moon goes down. You know, that could stop and your clock would still run. You know? It's in 5 minutes. Yeah, I would be so mad if I died and still had to drag an IV pole with me everywhere. I mean, I guess we could just take the bag and let the pole stay home. I slow my pace and Scarlett stops in front of me. There's pitying look on her face. The stasis isn't so bad once you get used to it. I'm already tired of how bright it is. Yeah, it could be darker. Scarlet laughs, but I wasn't joking. I may have been spared from my usual migraine, but the constant intensity of the light was unnerving to me. If I had a choice of which hospital to spend purgatory on, I would say St. Fellows was the better option. At least there I had the changing seasons to look forward to. How it would get quieter after visiting hours were over. The chatter nurses telling me about their day as they changed my IV. Being in the hospital for so long, you learn to love the little things. The alternative is to just feel miserable at the time. I'm not miserable, I'm still alive. I'm what? But I can't even say that anymore. I grip the pole of my IV stand a little tighter. I'm still too afraid to leave it behind. Fine. I mean, why not just try and remove it yourself? Well, apparently it is our... how do you call it again? Social support pole. It is our social support IV pole. And IV drip. The last few wayward souls who came through here, they made it out pretty quick. Maybe you will be able to bargain with death too. Then you won't have to get used to this light. I'm not very good at bargaining. She laughs again and presses the button for the elevator. I will help you. I'm good at debate. Thanks. The elevator doors open. To reveal a man stacking coins in the center of the floor. Coin stacking man. Don't come in. I blinked at the confusing sigh, but Scarlet cut in without missing a beat. You're still at this? It's been 2 days. There's a lot of coins and deadliness coming up pretty soon. Deadlines coming up pretty soon. Scarlet leans her forearms against the elevator door to prevent it from closing. Well, can we get in? I'm taking Ashley here to meet death. Could you maybe catch the next one? No, that's not how they work, isn't it? Scarlet forced her way in, knocking over a stack of coins in the process. Oh, why are you so pushy, Miss Scarlet? Because you're wasting your time. Come on, Ashley. She motioned for me to follow, and I stepped into the elevator. I did my best to avoid the coins at my feet. Why does this guy have ghost coins? It was an awkward ride. I wonder what... There's more coins. When we reached the basement, Scarlet went on ahead. Why the basement? The man moved to shield his coin stacks from her reckless stride, but it turned out to be unnecessary. Her intent seemed more focused on escorting me to wherever death was, I guess. Also, maybe the way they are portrayed is how they view themselves. So, like, she is so used to being a patient, the IV is basically her constant. Huh. Maybe. To the side of the elevator door was another pile of coins. Upon closer inspection, they looked to be some type of plague currency. At least I'm not aware of any coins with a skull on them. Doubloons, maybe? Judging by the cartoony design, it seems like something used for a board game rather than by pirates. Curious and not particularly in any rush to meet death, I stopped to talk to the man. Why are you stacking coins, mister? Celadon? Celadon? And you are Ashley, right? I prefer Ash. C picks up a small stack of coins and transports them to the larger pile beside the elevator. And the ads are running. This time we wait. I wonder if there are multiple endings for this one. I have not looked into it. I just thought, what will we stream after we've finished the first game? so Clocker, and downloaded this one quite fast. But I could imagine this as a VTuber or similar, you know. Today I was in the city anyways. I learned that my phone was buggy. So when I would phone my landline, by the way, not my smartphone, my landline was buggy. And every time I would phone someone, it was like coming out hacked, you know, like maybe, you know? You couldn't understand a word. I talked about this, I believe, last week. And so I bought a new phone, installed it basically today, called my family's phone, and it was still doing it. Shorter, but it was still doing it. So I decided, okay, it could be my provider, something going on outside the house. It could be my box, you know, my whatever, how do you call it? The box that you have at home for your internet and phone. So then I turned off that box and turned it back on, you know, restart. Guess what happened? Now the problem is gone and I have a new phone that I don't need. So now I need to like pack it together again and drive back to the city to then give it back. And I remind you all, I don't have a car. I bought today a 24-hour ticket to drive to the city. That should still count till tomorrow 2 p.m. So, to save money, I will have to drive to the city like late, let's say around 9, I guess. So that I can drive there, give it back, get my money, drive back, all on one ticket. I do not want to pay even more for this. But I'm happy that my phone works again. Pixar elevator. Ah, hi, welcome back from the ads, by the way. If somebody had ads. His process is methodical and efficient. I can tell he really has been at this for 2 days. It's my trial, so I can revive. Oh! He shuffles back into the elevator to pick up the next stack of coins. Trial? Scarlet, clearly tired of waiting, returns to my side. Death told him he had 3 days to bring coins from the top floor to the basement. If he reaches a certain amount, his soul will be released. They have to stay stacked like this. If a single coin face tails up, it won't count. You are evil then. Why do you mess with something like this? For like others. What are you doing? Sounds tedious. No, I don't mind. It's good exercise. He goes back for the next round of coins. Leave him, Ashley. He's done hundreds of these trials. Death isn't going to let him pass this time either. Yeah, well, you didn't really help. As Scarlet walks away again, the elevator door begins to close. Celadon stumbles from his place to block them. The stack of coins he's holding wobbles dangerously, but he quickly steadies them and continues his work as if nothing had happened. I feel sorry for him. Are we allowed to help him? Here, I can help. Really? You don't have to? It looks fun. We both know I'm lying, but he smiles anyway. Oh, increases bond. In that case, feel free. You know how hard this will be with the, IV pole? Clack, clack, clack. I carefully stack the coins that Scarlet shattered on the elevator floor, scattered, checking that each one is facing heads up. It's easy to get absorbed in the task, somewhat addictive even. Each coin is placed down, giving me a small sense of satisfaction. And I'm not even getting sore from being hunched over. That part is nice. I can't imagine being stuck doing this for 2 full days though. That's some serious endurance. Saladin came back and forth, carrying each stack of coins out into the hall. Every once in a while, the elevator door would try to close and he would lean against it to keep it open. I wondered if I would be more useful just holding the button down for him, but he seemed to have developed a rhythm around it. I didn't want to interrupt that rhythm any more than I already had. When the last of the coins were gathered into stacks, I began carrying them out with him. It's so nice of you to lend a hand. Hopefully it's not against the rules or anything. Huh? I'm not messing things up for you, am I? Probably not. I mean, sometimes I fail my trials on a technicality. Well, anyway, Death didn't say anything about doing it all on my own, just that I had to carry them by hand. Am I doing the right thing by helping him, as long as he is fine with it, I guess? We step out of the now empty elevator and into the coin-filled hall. No one's ever helped me with my trials before. Usually people have their own things going on. He starts heading in the direction Scarlet went earlier. I follow, dragging my IV along with one hand and carrying a small stack of coins in the other. Are you sure it's okay for me to keep helping you? Yeah, I don't think it counts as cheating or anything. It's like you are part of my downline. Downline? Yeah, we are like a team. You do a bit of work for me and we both profit. I can give you some of my coins when this is over. How does that sound? His offer catches me off guard. I wasn't doing this for any kind of profit. I just wanted to be nice. No thanks, I don't have pockets. I mean, that's true, but take the coins. At least 2, because then you can lay them on your eyes. To pay the boat. Ha, well, let me know if you change your mind. I wince a little at how enthusiastically he delivers this pun. Finally, we reach the end of the hall. Oui. The room we were transporting the coins to turned out to be a morgue. I could now see firsthand the result of his past 2 days of effort. Glancing around the room, I lock eyes with Scarlet. She shifts her gaze at Saladin, who is currently preoccupied lining up his stack of coins with the others. And then it suddenly clicks for me. Of course the place we would find Death waiting would be the morgue. This is where they keep the bodies. The thought of it chills me to the bone, so I focus on the coins in my hand. I place them down with the rest, then move to follow Saladin back out into the hall. Ashley, wait! I stop in my tracks, then reluctantly turn to face the person who was supposed to be helping me negotiating my arrival. You feel sorry for him, don't you? She's right, but I'm still inclined to argue. I'm just trying to help. His trial is ending soon anyway, right? There's not a lot of time left, Miss Scarlet. He shouts back at us from the hall. His footsteps echo down it as he goes back for more coins. You are a nice girl, Ashley. But don't you think you should focus on saving your own soul? I mean, I just came here. Nothing will happen by just being here, I guess. She says, entirely focused on saving mine. Helping others while I'm at it doesn't hurt. You're doing it too. She doesn't say anything back. I'm already out of the door, catching up to Saladin. His pace slows once he realizes I'm following him. As I close the distance, I try to make conversation. It's kinda messed up that Death is making you carry all these coins into the morgue. Morgue? We are walking together now? He blinks at me. Oh right, you are new. What do you see this place as, Ash? What do I see it as? A hospital? It's a hospital, right? Oh, interesting. So that's why there's a morgue. I'm confused by what he's asking me. Do we all see this place differently? For me, it's kind of personal, but I don't mind telling you. This place looks like the rehab facility I was sent to in my early 20s. I was only there for a short time, but it left an impression, I guess. Rehab? We each pick up the next stack of coins. Yeah, I partied pretty hard back in college. I mean, I thought that's what you are supposed to do in college. Anyway, it goes so bad my family sent me to rehab for a bit. I've been sober ever since. Huh. I have no idea how to respond. It's so far out of my own experience that I can't imagine what it must have been like at all. Were you in college, Ash, before you got here? You're not still in high school, are you? No, I've been in the hospital since I was a teenager. I didn't actually get to go to high school. Oh, that's so sad. I'm sorry. We reach the morgue again and walk back inside. Scarlet doesn't bother us this time. Kaladin and I place our coins down, ready to head back out for more. Before we leave, we consider this morgue. This room looks different to Kaladin and to Scarlet too. She told me before that this isn't a hospital. I wonder what it looks like to her. Since it's not really a morgue, it's a lot easier to push down the anxiety I feel about being in here. This is all made up. It's set dressing. Even the coins we are carrying aren't real. Maybe I will wake up soon and realize it was a dream all along. Stack by stack, we carry away the coins in the hall until there are none left. When I offered to help him, I didn't think I would get so into it, but the work was meditative and helped keep my mind off things. I'm here because I died. I haven't been able to process that yet. I just dove into helping this stranger with his trial, a trial I don't know anything about. I don't want to think about any of that. I just want to keep focusing on the task at hand. Oh, chaos, we almost forgot. That's what you mean, right? But this trial will be over soon. Yep. And death will come to pass judgment. That's how this works, isn't it? Sure enough, as we carry in the last of the coins, we are greeted by Death. Oh, hi, Death. A hooded figure carrying a scythe, their face hidden by a mask. The sign of them startled me, but I take care not to drop any of Kaladin's coins. She is young, she doesn't belong here. Scarlet must be bargaining for my soul, like we talked about. It's nice of her to do that, even though I was busy helping Kaladin instead. She fits in pretty well as far as I can see. Death stares in my direction. Was he watching me? I can't tell with a mask. Do you think we have time for one more trip up the elevator? Kaladin looks antsy. I'm not sure what he's worried about, though. We already brought so many coins. This is enough, isn't it? Maybe, but one last trip wouldn't hurt. He looks like he's asking my permission. Death walks over to us before I can respond. Time's up, Donnie. Donnie? That's kind of cute. Please stop calling me that. Only my mom calls me Donnie. Scarlet strides over to us. Indignant. Excuse me, our conversation was not over. Schedule's full, babe. Come back with a better argument tomorrow. I'm busy. Just tell him he failed and get it over with already. But please don't do that. I worked really hard. So the trial really is over now. Excuse me. They all turned to face me at once. I'm a little surprised they listened, and massively uncomfortable with their attention. It's tradition. Okay. Maybe I should do a little exclamation mark. Exclamation mark? Yeah. Are you really going to check through every coin? Not just check him. There's a hint of a smirk in their voice. I'm gonna flip him. Flip? And there's the catch. For every coin you bought, we're gonna play heads or tails. If any of them lands on tails, you lose. That wasn't part of the deal. You should have just brought one. I thought I just had to place them here face up. Flipping every single one, that's impossible. What are the odds of getting heads so many times in a row? 50-50 for each coin. That's technically possible, right? What is RNG? Pretty awful. If my units had a 50 chance of missing, I would choose another attack. It's so low you may as well not even try. Oh, you're a gamer. I hadn't meant to say it out loud, but the despair of the situation really struck me. I'm so sorry, said Kaladin. I can't help but feel a little responsible for increasing his burden. Not that removing my contribution would have changed this outcome. But to be honest, I didn't know what would happen, so I just wanted to help. Death flips the first coin. Heads. They pick up the next one. Oh, heads again. They are definitely taking pleasure in this. Kaladin cringes visibly at the sound of each coin being tossed. A third coin lands on heads, and then a fourth. He watches the result, unable to speak. But it cannot go on forever. In fact, it might be set up to make him start to think he has a chance, only for Death to take that away. It's just a coin flip, but they manage to turn it into immense psychological torture. Bringing fewer coins would have given him better odds. But then, would he fail for not meeting the minimum requirement? I see why Scarlet didn't bother to help him before. Death's trials are made to be unwinnable. The coins flips, pause, and Death turns to me. Hey Ashley, heads or tails? Tails. I wasn't asking you. Death wants me to call it. Oh boy. Why would I call it? Heads. Tails? I have the feeling it will end on tails anyway. Heads. Scarlet shoot me a look, but I don't budge. I have a stand up to Death somehow. They flip the coin. Tails, you lose, Kaladin. Come on, that's not fair. His voice wavers. I think he might cry, which is probably Death's aim with this. Crushing his spirit, giving him hope only to snuff it right back out. What do they gain from toying with people like that? Kaladin has done a lot of these, right? I can't stop myself from speaking up. The situation is too unfair. Yeah? So why can't you just release his soul already? He's tried pretty hard, right? He's got plenty of time. What do you mean? Death mounts their thighs like a witch on a broomstick. I barely know how to react as my eyes follow them. I can only think of how the ceiling is higher up than I realize. They drift to a stop, then grasp the handle on one of the metal doors. Am I about to see a corpse? It's not a real morgue, but there could still be actual bodies in there. And why hadn't I noticed that this room looks infinite tall until now? The metal door swings open, and a long drawer slides out. It's hard to tell from where I'm standing, but it seems to be lined with rows upon rows of... wine? Hourglasses? Oh, hourglasses. His is in here. What are those? a countdown for every soul that comes here. Countdown? Why is this the first I'm hearing of a countdown? You never asked. Like you would have told me. This is how long you have left to live. The sand in the small hourglass falls steadily down, a human life measured in grains of sand. Nice try, we are already dead. Not quite. Kaladin stares at the ground, wringing his hands. What do you mean? Death descends again, Kaladin's hourglass in hand. Wanna see what happens when I turn this over? No. They say it in a teasing voice like it's a game to them. This is someone's life. No. Kaladin says what we must all be thinking. But it's cool, check it out. Oh. When Death flips the hourglass over, we all expect the sand inside to reverse directions. But it doesn't. It continues falling upward, defying gravity. This is how long we have left to live. Meaning we are still alive. And maybe because we are still alive, we have a chance to revive. Scarlet said she's been here for 3 months. How much time does she have left? How much time do I have left? Scarlet let out an incredulous huff. I cannot say this word, but meh. So you're just going to torture him until his time runs out? Will you release him once it gets down to the wire? Or let him die in the end? That's up to him. Unbelievable. We are still alive, even though this is the afterlife? Didn't Scarlet tell you? I look to Scarlet, but she's already stormed away. She taps her foot, facing away from us. This is the afterlife for souls who died a social death. What? Afterlife for a soul who died a social death. You all ended up here cause you're miserable losers. Huh? That's not how that works. Return to Ash. We are so under the rocks that we died. I follow Kaladin back to the elevator and up to the ground floor. Wait, so is she not dead? Apparently not in a bodily version. In a social version, apparently. Even though I don't understand it. He holds his hourglass, tapping on it gently, but it does nothing to stop the flow of the sand. We aren't dead yet, but we could die soon. Unless Death decided to release our souls. Let us revive. We need to pass a trial to do that, as far as I understand it. Maybe a coma? I don't know, but why would they then call it a social death? But the trials are designed to waste our time. Is it a trick then? Is there some other way to overcome this? I don't have enough information. I need to find out more about the rules of this place. Kaladin breaks me out of my thoughts and brings me back to the present. Thanks for helping me earlier. No problem. I am sorry for not telling you sooner about the social death thing. That's okay. It would be a weird thing to explain, right? Ha, yeah, so weird. Since he was here before Scarlet, he must know a lot more about this place than she does. Maybe sticking with him was the right call. I can ask him all sorts of things. Is he the right person to talk to? I could ask Death. I don't think Death will tell me so. Yeah, Kaladin is the nicest guy here. He's not intimidating like the others. Hey, let's talk. Huh? Sure, Ash. Is there something in particular you want to talk about? Everything that happened, I guess. Ah, yeah. How are you feeling after all that? Probably a lot to take in, huh? Death calls us miserable losers. A little harsh, right? Yeah, I'm not really miserable, but they are right about me not having any friends. Oh, well, I will be your friend. You helped me out after all. I'm struck by his warmth. He seems so genuine. Can I call you Donnie? Please, anything but that. We share a laugh and continue chatting. I tell him about myself, how most of my life has revolved around my illness, being hospitalized. How I hadn't had any visitors in over a year. Ah, that must have been what marked my social death. My family, everyone, I was dead to them. It hurts to think about, so I changed the subject. What was your life like? How long have you been here? You know, I'm not really sure how long it's been. Scarlett's the only one with a watch. And it doesn't get dark, so days must really blend together, huh? It's probably been a few years. Could you ask Death to find out? They don't like me very much. He sits in one of the chairs and I take the one beside him. My life before this was, I don't know. I ran my own business, I had a wife, I thought my family cared about me. But I went into debt, and no matter how much effort I put into my job, I just sunk deeper and deeper. I thought I was doing what I was supposed to do, working hard, hustling, you know. His breath grows unsteady. I don't know what to say, so I keep listening. When she handed me the divorce papers, I thought, great, now I can spend more time selling products. My whole family stopped talking to me. I don't know what I did wrong. Those products helped people, but my mom called it a scam. But it's not a scam, they are health supplements. I use them myself. You look crazy at the moment. You know, you have the crazy eye. If you have enough people in your downline, you can make thousands of dollars a week. You just have to keep recruiting. Oh no, you are one of those pyramid schemes, are you? And it's fun. You get to work from home and talk to people you never would have talked to before. It's a kind of work you could even do from a hospital bed. Heck, you might feel better if you take them yourself. No. Health supplements? The company is called You Thrive, get it? Because it makes you thrive. His mood changed really suddenly. I've never really heard of his company, but it sounds important to him. Ash, when we get out of here, I will send you the same sample kit. You can try it for yourself. That's okay. I shouldn't be taking supplements without my doctor permission. That's what great about You Thrive. It doesn't interfere with any medications. It just boosts your immune system along with many other benefits. That's basically impossible. Everything you take in has some way of interacting with medication. As far as I can remember, you shouldn't have milk or yogurt and everything with milk after you have taken or with your medication, because it is bonding. Some of those things in milk bonds to the medication, depending on the medication, of course, but and therefore it makes it harder to ingest into the body. With coffee, it is basically opposite. The coffee lets you take in the medicine too fast. Therefore, it doesn't last as long, for example. Alcohol also shouldn't do that. So, supplements, even though it is minerals or whatever, stuff of these can get onto your medications and therefore change how your body reacts to it. So, either your supplements are basically just non-existent, there's nothing in there. So it's scam, basically. Or you are lying. Or have no idea what you are talking about. This is getting weird. Why is he giving me a sales pitch when we might be stuck in the afterlife forever? Kaladin, I'm healthy, so it didn't make any sense that I died. And now he seems back to normal. So this social death thing, that must be it. because no one talks to me anymore. They all block my number. Did he scare everyone off with how intense he is about his job? That's pretty sad. Well, at least we have each other, right? We are not friendless losers anymore. Kaladin smiles at me, then takes his hourglass from his pocket. He stares down at it with a great sadness in his eyes. The years he spent here doing death, impossible trials, that must have taken its toll on him. What is our body doing in the meantime? Just as a short question. Beneath this friendly exterior is a man on the verge of breaking. I pat his back, not knowing what else to do. If he was to revive, would he be able to make new friends? Would I? Maybe I can give him a bit of hope. Hey, let's help each other. Huh? The thing about a social life is it starts as soon as you make even one friend. And we are friends now, so when we get out of here, all we have to do is stay friends in the real world. Ash? Just when I was wondering what would happen if I broke this thing. He slips his hourglass back in his pocket. Please don't break your lifeline. Thank you. I will do my best to pass the next trial. After saying goodbye to Kaladin, I decided to look around on my own for a while. Where should I go? The morgue? I might as well ask Death for more information on this hourglass stuff. I steel myself and press a button labeled B2. When the elevator door opens, Death's eyes drops in through the small gap like a guillotine. The blade sticks in the floor, set a couple inches deep. It takes me a moment to register what happened. Thank God I wasn't standing right there. Once the door fully opened, they jostle the handle and swing their weapon back over their shoulder casually. I've been expecting you. To kill me? Nah, wanna hang out? You're not gonna swing your thighs at me anymore, right? Don't be such a baby, follow me. Like I have a choice. Death brings me back to the morgue, but the atmosphere has completely changed. Is this a different room? It's my room. How'd you deck it out so fast? This place looks extremely lived in, from the half-eaten bags of snacks on the floor to the controller scattered near the beanbag chair. Magic, don't worry about it. Right, I should know better than to ask, considering I have also seen them fly. The big screen TV catches my attention. There's a tantalizing line-up of all the latest games consoles below it. Are we gonna play video games or something? I'm getting a little excited now. The only games I had in the hospital were on my favorite childhood handheld. Death strides over to the controller on the floor and picks one of them up. We are gonna play GDA 5. GDA? Glorious Devil's Avarice. Avarice? How have you not heard of that? Oh, the kids down the street I grew up on had one of those games. I watched them play it. The Sin Town one, I think. Yeah, that's the old one. 5's cooler. It's got way better graphics. How do you play? It's single player, you just watch. Wow, what fun. How long am I gonna be stuck here hanging out with them? Death turns the console on and boots up the game. The graphics really are better than Sin Town's. In GDA, you play as a devil girl named Lucy. She's like if Lucifer were a sexy lady. It's a raunched game that appeals to edge preteens and middle schoolers. In the case of my childhood friends, their parents didn't seem to understand the rating system and bought it out of ignorance. There's a main story mode, but I think most people play the game for the sandbox aspects. You can pick up guns and steal cars and kill people. It takes place in hell, so I guess you're killing other sinners? I don't think it's a kind of game with deep lore attached to it. Death loads a safe and shows me their character. Lucy's dressed in cargo pants and a bikini top with a huge rifle on her back. She looks absolutely ridiculous, but the over-the-top aesthetic of the game is kind of the selling point. Check this out, they say, equipping a huge rocket launcher. They fire it at a gas station, then walk towards the camera in slow motion for dramatic effects. The explosions in these games are so realistic. Actually, I have never seen an explosion in real life, so maybe they are not. They look more real than the ones from the previous game anyway. I comment on how cool it was while Death cackles away, stealing a fast-looking car and evading Hell's police force. They are having a great time. Wait, how long do I have to watch them play this? The clock is ticking on this hourglass situation. Hey Death, can you pause? Why? Because, well, I was wondering when you were gonna give out more trials. Death hits pause on the controller and turns to me. Why? I mean, I haven't gotten one yet, and you haven't given me your hourglass either. My hourglass. That's because you don't have one. Wait, what? I don't? Why do I not have an hourglass? I give you a try later. Now, do you want to watch me play GDA or not? Is it okay if I don't? Do whatever you want. They unpause the game. I will take that as my cue to leave. Why don't I have a scent glass? Hourglass. I make my way back to the elevator, feeling a bit drained. I figured it's best for me to just go back to the room I woke up in this morning, if it was even morning. I press a button and the door closes. Why don't I have a glass? I find Scarlett leaning against the wall in the hallway where we first met. Maybe she comes up here to think. It is nice and quiet. She noticed me right away, thanks to the wheels of my IV stand rolling across a tile floor. Once we make eye contact, I give a little wave and a smile, trying to act friendly. Oh, Ashley. Hey, so we are not dead after all, huh? She was the one to tell me I was dead in the first place, but Death made it sound like she knew otherwise. It's been bothering me, honestly. So they say. After a moment of silence, I realize I'm going to have to be the one to force this conversation. You knew that it was a social death, didn't you? I don't believe I know anything about this place. Her tone carries a mix of annoyance and exhaustion. You can't trust anything Death says. All they want is to keep us all under their thumb. This hourglass thing might be part of that. You think so? Maybe. She holds up her hourglass, turning it sideways. There's no way to confirm that this has anything to do with whatever life I have left. In fact, I'm certain that in my case it doesn't. How can you be sure? I know that I am dead, Ashley. Her tone is cold and intense, a little frightening even. That doesn't make it okay to lie to me. My voice wavers. I'm horrible at confrontation, but she backs down anyway. If you had just explained it differently, like how Death did a social death, is a lot easier for me to accept than my actual literal death, you know? But what if that's the lie? What then, Ashley? We don't know that it is. I mean, how do you know you are really dead? Because I was murdered. Da-da-da. Scarlett slips the hourglass into her pocket and enters the room beside you. If that's the case, she had every reason to believe Death was lying. Well, just because you were murdered doesn't mean that you are dead now. It could mean that the emergency was there, and you are still unconscious. She had every reason to believe Death was lying. She just didn't want to get my hopes up. I follow her inside to apologize. I would argue she left parts out willingly. You know, she could have explained, yeah, well, I think we are dead because, I was murdered. But Death says this is a social death, so we are not really dead. But I'm not sure if we should trust them by saying that. So be aware, okay? That would be fine. Just explain the whole situation instead of just your view of the world. Scarlet stands at the other side of the room, gazing out the window into the endless void. Scarlet? I'm sorry, you were right about Caledon's trial too. I should have just trusted you. You think I'm a cold-hearted bitch? Yes. What? That's not true. She can be a little mean, but a bitch? I wouldn't think that at all. I get it all the time. I'm sure people would admire my personality more if I were a man. You're not a bitch, Scarlet. Anyone who calls you that just sucks. You are a good girl, Ashley. Yes. She sighs, letting go of the tension from before. I'm sorry for making you feel like I lied to you. Let's share information. Properly this time. Yeah, whatever helps us get out of here. Scarlet starts by showing me her hourglass. Also, even if a man would tell me half-truth, I would also be annoyed. It's nearly full at the top, meaning she has plenty of time to revive, according to Death anyway. I wasn't given an hourglass, so there's no telling how much time I have. But if Scarlet's still doing just fine after 3 months, maybe I don't need to worry about it so soon. Knowing the deadline might only make me panic in the end, so we decided to forget about it for now. Maybe you want to tell her that I don't have one? Scarlet folds her arms and leans back against the window. The other thing I should tell you is, this isn't a hospital. Oh yeah, Caledon mentioned that before, how it looks different to everyone. So then, what is this place to you, Scarlet? Purring. To me it's an office building, the one I used to work at. Let me train. Thank you for purring, Cara. Scarlet goes into another one of her speeches, although this one feels far less rehearsed. Before she was killed, she was forced to quit her job. She doesn't say what that job was exactly, but there was some kind of scandal caused by her boss, and she was unknowingly complicit in it. A little purr before bed. Okay. Get comfy and have a good night. We will end in 10 minutes anyway. All she did was shred some papers like she was told. That got her stalked by journalists, and there was all this public outrage. I'm almost surprised I hadn't heard of whatever this case was, but it's not like I watched the news. Scarlet delivers her story coldly, without a hint of emotion attached. She sounds tired of it all. I don't want to push her with more questions, but I don't get this at all. So then, if your boss was the bad guy here, why were they coming after you instead? God knows, Ashley, if I call it misogyny, I know what that is, I cannot say it in English. They will accuse me of dodging culpability? None of my friends wanted anything to do with me. They didn't want the trouble. Some of them even believed those articles. I was getting harassed on the street. I could barely leave my apartment. A social death, meaning all of her relationships were destroyed. What about your family? My mother passed away when I was young, and I haven't spoken to my father since I was a teenager. We never got along. I may as well not have a family. Maybe it's better than that way. They wouldn't become targets because of me. because of you? Weren't you only in that situation because of your boss? Ha, it's unfair, isn't it? I ignored the rumors about him. We even used to get along. But it turned out he's just another shitty abusive white man in a long line of shitty abusive white men. Short question, what does his skin color has to do with it at the moment? Just saying, as far as I see it, you are a white woman. At least in this game so far. Hating him is easy, it's boring. Me, on the other hand, I'm a traitor to my entire gender. I'm despicable. Why are you a traitor to your gender? Huh? I'm confused. Where is this suddenly coming in? A traitor? But what? This all sounds so extreme. It's because I'm the one who destroyed the evidence. And was... okay? It doesn't matter that I didn't know what was on the papers. Everyone believed that I must have known. Oh, was your boss, like, mistreating women? And the evidence that you shredded was like, okay, then I can understand the gender thing. But they should have, like, maybe said it more clearly. Because I was really confused there. If I had just taken the time to look through them, if I hadn't been so buried in work, I could have realized what they were. You know, how small is it? You know, shredded paper is not just gone, it is still there, it's just cut up. How small must the cuts be that somebody can say, yeah, well, we cannot rearrange this? You know? If it is a normal shredder, it's like kinda like a lot, like the stripes are quite big. Unless it is one of those high-end that you really want to use to remove everything, then it's small. Then yeah. That fucking bastard, I'm just the last in the line of women whose lives he ruined. Okay. That's where the gender thing comes in. Scarlet's eyes again, much heavier this time. It's still so painful to think about. You would think after a few months away from it all, I could laugh about it. How could anyone laugh about any of that? It led to you getting killed, didn't it? Something like that. What do you mean? Huh? Her murder must have been related to this, right? I thought that's why she was telling me. Anyway, I would rather not dwell on it. When I revive, I will be starting completely over. Question. I thought we are, like, honest with each other again, for once. And you will say, yeah, well, whatever. I want to know. Starting over, like a whole new life? That's the plan. There's no salvaging my old life. I'm dead. But that doesn't have to mean the end of Scarlet. Or maybe I can change my name to Rogue or something. Ah, Rogue sounds nice. I like that. Wanna change it right away? What, and have to explain myself to everyone? Ma. My smartphone talked to me. No thanks. I don't think anyone would make a big deal out of it. All that aside, let's stay focused on where we are now. Right, finding a way to revive. There are shredders that do the strips and then there are ones that turn it into tiny pieces. There's even shredders for CDs. Oh. So I guess they used a high-end one. Well, listen, Scarlet. Kaladin and I gonna help each other. Maybe if we work together we can beat death. Kaladin, huh? You think that earnestly doing those trials is going to get you anywhere? I mean, what else? I mean, I know it wasn't working for him so far, but he hasn't had any help until now. And, if we are really here because our social lives were over, don't you think making friends is a way out? No, I don't think so. Yeah, of course not. Huh? Life isn't sunshine and rainbows, Ashley. The power of friendship won't save the day here. But it might. We would be stronger as a team, and maybe we could... Did you forget I was murdered? You really think teamwork can bring back the dead? Yeah, wait. Short question. What do you think will bring you back then, if it is not the trials? Because so far I don't see any other thing that you did to try to get out of here. She makes it sound so childish. Am I wrong to think we can save each other? No, there has to be some secret to this afterlife that only death has access to, the source of their power. If you want to cast your bet with Caledon, so go right ahead. I'm not wasting my time on any more trials. Scarlet. She leaves the room and I am left standing alone and dejected. I don't know if I like Scarlet. When I get back to the lobby, Caledon is sitting right where I left him. Oh, hey Ash, do you have fun exploring the place? Yeah, sorta. I talked to the others. Ah, how'd that go? Scarlet doesn't want to help us and Death was only interested in playing video games. There's games here? They didn't let me play. Ha, if they did, I would probably be for a trial anyway. That's too bad about Scarlet though. We all have the same goal. We should just work together. She said the power of friendship won't save the day. She's not gonna do any trials. What does she have against the power of friendship? It's helping me stay hopeful at least. Yeah, me too. The silence hangs between us for a moment. Caledon looks to the ceiling and sighs. Can I be honest with you, Ashley? Sure. Sometimes I wonder if I would be better off staying here. What do you mean? If I woke up tomorrow, I had to go back to my normal life. Back to my messy apartment, frozen meal, paying bills, selling products. Back to credit card debt. Oh god, it's been such a relief not having to worry about my financial situation. But you are doing the trial so you can revive, right? That's the goal. It is. Even though my life was a mess, I can't just abandon it, right? What would I do if I actually stayed here? If he's really been here for years, that messy life he's talking about must feel so far away. Mine still feels like I only just lost it. Is there anything you miss from the real world? I miss showering. Showering? I haven't found any bathrooms at all in this place. Isn't that weird? Not that we need them. Oh, you're right, there aren't even any sinks, are there? My hair never gets greasy and I haven't felt sweaty, even with all the running around I have done. But technically I haven't showered in years. I don't stink, do I? No, you don't smell like anything. Good. But I still feel like I want to shower again. I miss that refreshing feeling of being all warm and clean. I can't relate, I have always hated showering. What, really? How come? It just sucks having to get used to the changing temperature is so uncomfortable. And I can't stand up for that long. Well, normally, I mean, I don't get tired here. Huh. I guess being here has its benefits. That's interesting. The TV screeched above us, suddenly flashing a bright, static white. What? Testing, 1, 2, 3, Death. Calling all losers. I thought of some trials for you all. Come downstairs to get started. The screens switch off in unison. As abruptly as they turned on, Caledon and I exchanged looks. Are you ready? No, but we should probably go anyway. Let's go there. Whee! We turn to Ash. Save. Yeah. Should I have saved more often? Well, we will end stream now. Because I guess that is as much of a trial too. Intro. Oh, that's still the intro. Great. It's a good place to end. For I will forget what the trial will be if I not stop now and then come back later. I have for you Elle with Overwatch. I have Lexi with Just Chatting. I have MK with Silent Hill 2. I have Rikudo with Just Chatting. But they will switch to horror, I believe. Terror to Unveil, day off. Where do you want to go? If somebody is there that wants to choose. MK? Okay. The creepy crawlies wants to nibble my toes, so I will step on them instead. Okay. There you go. Thank you for the raid message, Carol. Let's see. So tomorrow... Here's my schedule. There it is. Tomorrow we play Road Warden, because on Monday I was sick, and then on Friday we play the next game of Rusty Lake. And then it's weekend. Frums. There you go. Something else? Oh yeah, next week Monday I have then the job interview instead. So no, maybe no stream on Monday, depends. Thank you for coming by, thank you for lurking, thank you for chatting. Have a good night or a good evening and a good time zone. And I will see you tomorrow, yeah. Bye bye.